One more time, all the way in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just for a few moments here, try and forget about your day, forget about life off the mat, and focus on your breath, focus on the stillness you're creating. Create yourself a little sanctuary here on all corners of your mat. Just breathing simply in and out. Perhaps use the intention of presence to allow yourself to let go of anything that's not in this moment. Maybe raise the hands and press them on the belly so you can feel the breath arrive. You can feel the breath leave. Keep opening the mouth and sigh the breath out if it feels right. Feeling the ground underneath your body. Feeling the space above your body. Notice what you can hear, smell, or see through closed eyelids, any colours. And then on the next breath in, let's grow tall, reaching the arms up over your head, taking a full body stretch, expanding, reaching, maybe bringing the legs together now. And then exhaling to hug the knees in towards your chest, take hold of the shins with your hands. And gently rock from side to side. If you need a bit more space for the hips, then widen the knees. Circles with the knees round in one direction. And the other. And then slowly release your feet onto your mat. Lift the hips and shift them over to the right side edge of your mat. Lowering the knees over to the left. Reaching your right arm out to the right side and turning your gaze to look out over towards your reaching hand. Perhaps use your left hand to enhance this twist, pressing the top knee down towards the lower knee. One more breath in and out. And then as you inhale, lift the knees back up to your center. Ground the feet and shift the hips back to the middle. Now extend your right leg up into the sky. Take hold of the back of that leg with your hands either on the hamstring, the calf, or further up towards the ankle if you can. Flex and circle and point the foot. If you want to, you can extend your left leg away. And then keeping the foot flexed, start to breathe in. And as you breathe out, draw your leg in towards your chest, keeping it straight, just enhancing the stretch that you're feeling through the back of the leg. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bend your left leg back in if you had it straightened now. And then hook your right ankle over the top of the left knee. Keeping your foot flexed, press your right knee forwards towards the top of your mat. And then raise the left foot, taking hold of the back of your left leg. Keep flexing your foot, toes pull towards your shin. And hug your left knee towards your chest. Right knee towards the top of your mat. Take an inhale. And exhale, let go. Slowly release your left foot back to the ground. Unravel the legs. And then ground down through both feet. Lift the hips, shift the hips over to your left. And then lower the knees to the right. Extend your left arm out to the left side now. If you have lots of space wherever you are, then extend the arm fully. Otherwise, take a bend at the elbow and press the backs of the hand and forearm into the ground. One more breath in. Georgia can see. And out. And then breathe in, slowly lift the knees all the way back up to your center. Grounding down through the feet, lift the hips back to the middle. And then now raising the opposite leg up into the sky. Left leg, I think that'll be for you all. Circle the ankle, flex and point the foot. Extend your right leg away if you feel comfortable enough to do so. And then take a breath all the way in, kick the heel up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, drawing your leg straight towards your chest. Plenty of breaths in now through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. And then slowly release where you have hold. Bend your left leg, bend your right leg in as well if it was already extended, hooking the ankle over the top of the knee. And then raise the right foot and take hold of the back of your right leg. Drawing your right arm around the right, left arm through the little gap you've created. Relax your left leg, so your relax your right leg, so your right heel is towards your right sit bone. Keep flexing your foot, press your left knee towards the top of your mat. One more breath. And then slowly release your right foot back to the ground, unhook your left ankle, release the left foot to the ground, and then walk the feet closer in towards your sit bones. Spread the arms long down by your sides. Press the palms into the earth and then slowly inhale to lift your hips, bum and spine gradually up and away from the ground. Hug the inner thighs towards each other as if you have a magnet in the inner knees. Perhaps start to tuck the shoulders under if you feel you want to lift a little bit more. Allowing yourself to interlace fingers, palms pressing together. Breathing deeply. Feel free to raise one leg up towards the sky if you feel stable enough. Keep strong through the glutes, squeezing your hips high, and then switch legs. Moving slowly as you inhale, lift the leg. Perhaps take a breath here before exhaling to release the leg back down. Then release the hands if you have them interlace, shoulders, and then curl the spine all the way back to the mat. Hug the knees in. Gently rock from side to side. And when you're ready, take hold of underneath the knees and rock forwards up onto your sit bones. And when you arrive, spin the legs to one side, come on into all fours, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, tops of feet pressing into the ground. Let's breathe in, lift your gaze up, drop the belly, tailbone tips high. And breathe out, round through the spine. Draw your chin towards your chest, press through the hands. Press the shins and feet to the ground. Then inhale, lift your gaze up. Drop the belly, shoulders relax away from your ears. Exhale, rounding through the spine, chin to chest, press into your palms. Inhale, lift up one more time. And exhale, round through the spine. Maybe closing the eyes at any point you wish. Coming back to that feeling of presence. Come back to your central spine now. Tuck your toes under. Then start to press back through your feet, lifting the knees, landing your downward facing dog. Notice how this feels. Bring your feet to a hips distance apart. Shuffle around between each leg, rounding through one heel and then the other. Let go of the head and the neck. Inhale, lift up to both tiptoes. Roll forwards to your plank pose and center your right hand into the middle of your mat, rolling onto the outside of your right foot inside of the left. Lower your right knee down if you need to reach the left arm up and into the sky. Pressing your right hip away from your mat, inhale. Good, exhale, release your left hand back onto the ground, centering your hands under your shoulders and push the hips high, downward facing dog. Again, bending into each leg, grounding one heel at a time. Let go of the neck and the head. And then inhale, lift to your toes, again roll forwards to your plank. Shoulders stacked over wrists, centering your left hand. Roll onto the outside of your left foot, inside of the right to reach the right arm skyward. Press the left hip from the ground. Sweep the gaze up, inhale. And exhale, release to your plank pose, pushing the hips high, downward facing dog. And now as you breathe in next, raise your right leg up into the sky. Keep your left heel grounding, big toe pointing towards the earth. And then bend that leg, yawn open the hip. Keeping your left heel still straight and grounding. Good. Lift the right knee up, up, up. Good. And now look forwards between your hands. Step your right foot all the way forwards and through, helping it there if you need to. Lower your left knee down and keep your left toes tucked under, raising your hands either up onto the right thigh or straight up into the sky, into a low lunge. Breathe all the way in. As you breathe out, take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and release over to your right side. Does this look like I'm mirroring you guys?
No.
No? Okay. Inhale, lift up to center. Exhale, releasing your hands back down to frame your front foot. Now raise the left knee up into a high lunge. Breathe in. As you breathe out, reach your left arm forwards, right arm out behind you, turning your gaze to look out towards your right thumb. Inhale. Exhale, lower your left hand down to the inside of your right foot. Keep looking up towards your right hand as you twist towards your front leg. Breathing in. As you breathe out, releasing your right hand back onto your mat and push back to your plank pose. Lower your knees down, untuck your toes, sink your hips, look forward as you bend the arms, hug the elbows to your sides. Squeeze the elbows as you push forwards, coming into your baby cobra. Exhale, release the chest back down, press into your palms, draw your bum back towards your heels and then tuck your toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. As you breathe in, lift your left leg up and back behind you, right heel grounding. First of all, in this three-legged dog, check your big toe points to the ground, square off the hips, and then bend your left leg, yawn open the hip. Lift the left knee up so the sole of the foot presses over to your right. Maybe looking under your right armpit to see if you can see the foot. And then look between your hands to step your left foot forwards, landing gently, helping the foot there if you need. Now lower your right knee down, keeping your toes tucked under. Inhale, raise the hands either to your feet or straight up into the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then now either ground the hands to raise the right knee or straight away raise the right knee up from the mat. High lunge. Good. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. Strong back thigh. Breathe in. As you breathe out, draw your right arm forwards, left arm out behind you, turning your gaze to look out towards your left thumb. Twist from the chest, feel the upper spine rotate. And inhale, take your gaze towards your right hand as you lower the hand to the inner left foot. Left arm reaches up to the sky, turning your gaze there as well. And the whole upper body twists towards your front leg. Inhale. Exhale, left hand grounds, push back into your plank pose. Either stay here in a high plank or lower to your knees. Look forward as you bend the arms. Stop. Pushing forward, cobra or upward facing dog this time. Stop that. And now push from there. Nice. Shoulders away from ears. Maybe the knees and thighs lift. And when you're ready, either the bum pushes back to tuck the toes or lift straight up and back, finding your downward facing dog. Inhale here. As you exhale, hands walk towards your feet. Hands to feet. Making sure your feet are at a hip's distance apart. Allow yourself into a forward fold. Maybe shake the head, maybe relax the arms and shoulders. Maybe a ragdoll pose as you gently rock with hands on elbows. And then release the arms, bend into the legs, curl your way up, all the way to center, to standing. And the arms draw all the way wide. Hands to prayer. Exhale your hands down to your heart. Inhale, lift the prayer high. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and draw yourself over to your right.
Yes, we come to your head now.
And then inhale, back up to center. Taking hold of the opposite wrist and release over to your left. Inhale, back up to center. Releasing the arms, draw them out behind you, interlacing the hands, palms press, and find your tiptoes. Turn in to face the right side edge of your mat. Good. Ground down through your right heel and pick up the left knee in front. And then step your left foot all the way to the top of your mat. Turn the heels in and the toes out, and bend into the legs. Release the arms up into your goddess pose. Sinking down into the hips, press the knees out wide, elbows in line with shoulders. Strong. Breathe in. Breathe out to sink a little lower. Spread the fingers wide. And then inhale to stand all the way up. Turn your left foot to point forwards. Left foot to point forwards. Right foot sideways on and bend into your left leg. Find your warrior two. Gaze forwards over the middle finger of your front hand. Press the left knee out to the left side. Stuck your shoulders over your hips. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, windmill your hands all the way around to frame your front foot. Come onto the toes of your right foot. Push back into your plank pose. Either toes or knees, look forwards as you bend the arms, hug them to your sides. Push forward, cobra, or upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, hips push up and into the sky. Downward facing dog. Stay here for a couple of breaths, or maybe lower to your forearms to intensify this through the shoulders. Dolphin pose. Keeping the hands and elbows in line as if you were in a downward dog. And then when you're ready, push the forearms away. If you're in a dolphin pose, find your downward facing dog. And now breathe in. Breathe out, walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat once again, finding your forward fold. Let go of the head and the neck. Maybe again, take your gentle rock or sway. Let go of the head. And then slowly bend the legs, curl your whole self up through to standing. The arms sweep wide as you inhale. Hands to prayer. Exhale, your hands all the way down to your heart. Breathe in, lift the prayer up. And now interlace the hands, press the palms away. Extend the arms up towards the sky. And breathe out, release to your left side. Inhale to center. And over to the right. Inhale up to center and release the hands. Draw the arms behind your back. Interlace them, press the palms, lift up onto your tiptoes. And now turn to face the left side edge of the mat. Stand up on the tiptoes. Breathe in. As you breathe out, ground your left heel and pick up the right knee. Lift the knee in line with your hip. Find balance here. And then slowly release the arms as you step your right foot forwards to the top of your mat. Bringing the arms up to shoulder height, and then take a bend at the elbow, finding your goddess pose as you press the knees out behind you. Sink down through the hips. You should hopefully feel strength through the thighs here, but also an opening onto the inner groin and hips. Pressing the knees out behind you as you sink a little lower on the next breath. And then inhale, lift and stand all the way up. Turn your right foot to point forwards. Left foot sideways on. Check your heel to instep alignment. And then bend into your right knee. Don't forget about your back arm as you open the arms strong. Shoulder height. Gaze forwards over the middle finger of your right hand. Breathing in. As you breathe out, windmill your hands all the way around to frame your front foot. Come onto the toes of your back foot and find your plank pose. Inhale here. Toes or knees, look forward as you bend the arms. Hug the elbows to your sides. Lower yourself, stop there, push forward. Good. Cobra or upward facing dog. And you're ready, hips
I feel like
push.
my arms are too far back.
Yeah. Hips push up and back. Or bum to heels. Downward facing dog. Good. Now inhale, lift up your right leg behind you. Look forwards and step your right foot wide of your right hand, helping it there if you need to. Plug your left palm to the ground and spin your right arm up to twist towards your front leg. And then exhale, release the right hand down. Push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Look forwards, step it wide. Ground the right hand, pick up the left arm and twist towards your front leg. Releasing your left hand down, and now step the right foot wide of your right hand. Sinking your bum down, finding your Hindu squat. Knees pressing wide, elbows helping that motion. Maybe a gentle sway from side to side, lifting up onto tiptoes of one foot and then the other. Couple breaths here.
It's not back.
When you're ready, slowly release your hands back onto your mat. Straightening up through the legs and heel toe the feet back under your hips into your forward fold. Letting go of the head and the neck. And slowly bend into the legs, curl yourself up through to standing. Arms sweep wide when you're ready. Hands to prayer. And then exhale your hands down to your heart. Stand in your left leg and pick up the right knee. Hug it in. Open your right knee out to your right. And ground your foot onto the inner thigh, calf or ankle, finding your tree pose. Palms release back to your prayer at heart center. Maybe your prayer lifts high, as does your gaze.
No, it doesn't.
And then slowly release your knee and foot, draw it back into your midline, so the knee draws back around in front. And then extend your right leg out behind you, finding your warrior three. So your leg stays lifted, you're just hinging from the hips, extending your right leg out behind you. And the hands can either stay at prayer, they can reach forwards or out behind you. If you lose your balance, ground the hands. Good. And then slowly bend into your left leg. Ground the right foot into your forward fold. And then curl yourself up through to standing vertebrae at time. Arms reaching wide as you inhale, lifting your gaze up to meet your hands in prayer. And slowly releasing the breath as your hands draw to your heart. So now stand into your right leg. Pick up the left knee. Hug it in. Draw it up and in towards your chest, nice and tight. And then open the knee out to the left side. Solar foot presses to the inner thigh, calf or ankle. Hands to prayer. Maybe the gaze can lift along with the arms up towards the sky, or keeping your gaze somewhere still. Slowly breathe out, draw the hands all the way back to your heart. As you unhook the left foot, draw the knee back in front of you. And then as you exhale, hinge from the hips as you extend your left leg out behind you, finding a warrior 3 as you extend the leg nice and long. Maybe release the hands forwards, backwards, or to the ground. And then when you're ready, slowly soften into the right knee, ground the left foot. Release the hands to your mat and step your way back into a plank pose before pushing the hips up and back into the sky, into your downward facing dog. And now lift up onto your toes. Lower the knees to the ground. Spin the shins to one side and reverse back onto your sit bones, extending the legs all the way around in front of you. When you arrive there, hug your right knee in towards your chest, hook it up and over the top of your left leg. And now hug the knee with your left arm and draw your right arm behind your back, turning your gaze to look over your shoulder. Keep your left foot flexed. If you want a little bit more, hook the elbow over the top of the knee instead. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release, come back to center, switching sides, extend your right leg, draw the left knee in, hook it over the top of the right leg, and now hug with your right arm, left arm draws behind your back, so your gaze turns. Breathe in, maybe the elbow can hook if you need a little bit extra. Try not to lean into your back hand, sit up tall and flex your right foot. Slowly release, come back to center, unravel the left leg and come to a cross-legged position or any seated position that's comfortable for you. Resting the hands on the knees. Bringing the eyes to a close. Inhale through the nose. Out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And out. And whenever you're ready, allow the eyes to open. Just extend the legs forwards and recline onto your backs. A few moments in Shavasana. Feel free to continue this relaxation once this class has finished. If you needed more time. Extending the legs forwards, arms by your sides. Let go entirely of any thoughts, of any physical tension, any worry. Be here now. Start again now to wiggle your fingers and toes. When it feels right, take another full body stretch. When your exhale arrives, hug the knees towards your chest. Roll the knees over to your right. Take a moment here again to Invite that intention back into the rest of your evening and perhaps week and beyond. When you feel ready, use your arm strength to ground into the mat, to lift yourself back up to a seated posture. Keeping the eyes closed if you can. Let's take 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And out. Now when you're ready, sweep the arms all the way up over the head. Taking your gaze up to your hands as they press to prayer, and slowly lower your hands all the way down to your heart. Breathe in. And breathe out, bow your way forward, sealing this practice tonight to yourselves and to all those beyond.